Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Secrets of a Church Girl. I am Randala.
I'm Allison.
And we're your co-hosts. Thanks for jumping on and watching wherever you're at. If you're in the car, on your way to work, listening while you do your laundry.
Yes.
Thanks for adding us to your day.
Yeah.
We're so excited. Today, we're just going to kind of do some life updates. We're a little bit past the halfway point of season 2. And so when we started this, we were in a little bit of a different season, I feel like.
Yeah.
As compared to now. We've also had some like fun trips and different things like that. So, yeah, just kind of sit down and chat with us as we jump into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, sister, any new life updates?
Okay, we have a lot. Okay, I'm dating someone.
Wow. And we love him. Wait, turn your mic a little more.
Yeah, he's an angel, so I'm feeling very thankful for that.
I'm very safe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. That's
Consistent king.
awesome. Amen. Yeah, Ella's dating, and I am here. Everything's pretty much the same in my life.
You feel?
Kind of. Not in a bad way. In like a, oh my gosh, thank you, Jesus. Oh,
Yeah.
I started 2 inner healing courses.
Yeah, that's huge.
So I'm running last semester, we're just kind of calling them semesters. Last semester I ran 1 class. It was the first time I ever did it. I ever taught it. And so did just 1, and now I'm doing 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
And I told Billy, and I think I've told you this, like if I could do this full time, this would be like, that's my dream, is to do this, like, and do only this. I would literally love nothing more than to just work with women through this. But yeah, I'm running 2 classes. I have a group of young women who are like all under 25, I think.
Okay.
And then I have a mixed group of like different ages of women, like moms,
Yeah.
you know, whatever, all that stuff. So yeah, started that. I'm currently only into week 3 because we film pretty far in advance here in the podcast. So
Yeah.
I'm only on week 3, but by the time this airs, I think they'll almost be at the end. Yeah.
So
Which
good.
is so exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. I feel like I have so much expectation because even for you girls that we did the first track, it's like from the first few weeks till the last one, it's like, oh my gosh, completely different.
Yeah. Because, I feel like the first like 8 weeks is like,
They're just trying to really dig your head in.
yeah.
Where do you feel a lot of shift came?
Definitely after the lament, but then also like the sticks. I love the sticks.
You know that the sticks, you weren't even supposed to break them?
Really?
Yeah.
You're supposed to tie them together with a bandage, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But I felt like, dude, there was something like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, that was so good.
man.
I actually still have to burn mine.
Yeah. Some people do that. Some people
They're
don't.
in my old car. I don't even know them anymore. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just felt like, I feel like in a few different weeks, there was like things I did slightly different.
Yeah.
Like the washing.
Yeah,
of
that was so beautiful,
That
actually.
was not in the curriculum.
Yeah.
The breaking. I remember breaking Nichelle sticks with her, and I literally could like, I could feel it. You could feel it in your whole body. It was pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm excited for all those weeks to come because up to this point, we've only done, the introduction of core longings and you draw the hand, and then the book of love.
Yeah.
Which the book of love is
The
pretty
book of
heavy.
love is a lot. Yeah.
But in experientials, as far as like painting and water and like all that hasn't come yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm
So exciting.
excited.
Yeah.
I remember your painting was the waves.
It's in my kitchen, actually.
Oh, I love that.
I actually, I love inner healing. Like, I know there's other healing things, but I'm like, okay, this is the best one. I love it.
I know. It's so good.
I want to get trained so bad.
I know. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it happen. Yeah, it's so much fun. I was thinking too, about getting consent from all the girls and having you sit in one of the sessions just to like sit and kind of hear the coaching, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or the next round having you sit through is just because some people, I talked to another lady, hey Marcella, if you're listening, what's up, queen? She actually has somebody that like almost like co-leads the group with her.
Yeah.
So she pushes through everything, but somebody that like takes notes and like whatever.
That's how they do the men's group too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just to like be able to listen
That's
by
good.
and be like in present. I feel like if I do 2 again next time, I'll probably have to have somebody sit with at least one.
Yeah.
Because then it makes 2 people available to reach out to when you're like head on with something.
Yeah.
So, because right now there's probably 8 girls that are like, if they're dealing with something, you know.
Do you feel like, is that overwhelming at all or no?
Not right now.
Like God probably is giving you the grace. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There are times where I feel like I'm meant to like jump right in. And then there are other times where I'm like, okay, the first thing I'll ask is like, did you journal about this? And then I send them off to do something, and then they'll come back. And I feel like that space is like, not only gives me some time to process and help kind of ask God what he wants me to tell them, but also pushes them to like do something on their behalf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's like always like such a challenge. I feel like when you're used to like just talking to everyone about everything, then it's like journal and you almost feel like, oh,
yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just call somebody else.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I'm like, no, I'll just call somebody else.
Yeah.
Dysfunction.
Yeah.
Looking for someone to be something that only Jesus can be for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to talk about your boo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said like he's very consistent.
Yeah.
King.
Very consistent.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah.
Or I guess not. Maybe not even about him, but just about you. Like what's changed from your not just your most recent relationship, but like your previous relationships in general. To this, like how have you kind of prepared to be with somebody who's quite healthy?
So I think at the beginning of the year, I told Randy, I was like, this is my year, like I'm committing to healing, like whatever that looks like. And I think like through inner healing, I realized that I was really longing for like a relationship. Like I wanted to be married. I want kids. Like I want all these things. And we had talked about it. And like, I felt like God told me like, not till you're done with inner healing.
Yep.
And, you know, really there needs to be a shift because like the way I was dating previous, for a long time, it wasn't Jesus centered at all. And then like just dysfunctional. So, yeah, I think I started to kind of like, I had this realization, and I think it honestly came from TikTok because I saw this video of this guy and he was like, I'm preparing for a wife. Like, I don't have anyone, but I'm preparing. And so I saw this thing and I was like, oh, that's so good. Like, so I just like really started like praying, like journaling a lot. Like, God, you know my heart. Like, I want a husband, like whatever that looks like. Like, I want to be healthy. I want to like, I don't want it if I'm not ready for it too.
Yeah.
Also that.
Yeah.
So, then I feel like I started doing things that I always said I wanted to do. Like, I know this is dumb, but like for me, it was important. Like I started a garden. Like I was like,
it's not dumb.
When I have kids, like I want to make organic baby foods. Like I need to know how to make a vegetable.
Yeah, yeah.
So I started a garden. Like I started doing these things that I felt like were like important. Like I would want to do when I was a wife, whatever. And then, looking back, it's kind of funny. Cause like I remember one time in inner healing, Nichelle was like, somebody's coming. Like I just feel this.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, whatever. And at the time I was probably sobbing and I was like, I'm gonna be alone forever. And then, so then we went to Louisiana.
Yep.
Met him briefly.
Very
5
briefly.
minutes, maybe.
Yeah, very brief.
Got each other's socials. Didn't hear from him for like a month. Well, actually, that's not true. He messaged me one time and was like, I saw you're on vacation. Like, how was it? Yeah. Like, super sweet. And he was like, he told me, he's like, I literally did not think you were interested at all because you were like, it's great. Because I didn't know what to say. And so then after that, messages me, and then the ball's been rolling from there. But I think one, very consistent, very direct. He's very direct, which I'm very direct, I feel like. Yeah. So that was really great. I think really trying to keep myself, and God's keeping me like just in check about a lot of things. Like, you know, like we're not, like make your boundaries clear from the beginning. Like, and I never feel scared. Like when I say this, he's going to be like, what the heck? Like, or like, I'm not doing that. So that's really cool. I think I've been trying to listen to my people that I'm like you and Billy, you know?
Yeah.
And also he's really encouraging of that, which is like so refreshing because like, it's never like, why would they say that? Yeah. Like even in a moment where I'm like, wait, what do you think about this? Like, I'm confused. And he's like, no, like, I think that's great. I think this is like, or go talk to them if you're confused about it. It's never like, oh my God. Like,
why would they say that?
Yeah.
They're being controlling.
Yeah. Yeah. No, never like that.
Well, can we tell them what he does?
Oh yeah. He's a therapist.
Yeah. Period.
My therapist king. Yeah. He's great.
So he has all of these tools.
Yeah.
And he has a story too of like he had dysfunction at one point, just like all of us.
Yeah.
But chose to deal with it in himself, and then now he helps people.
Yeah.
Deal with their stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's awesome, dude. Like, he has a spiritual family and spiritual leaders that he fully submits to.
Yeah.
And I think it's so different in the South. Like, what submission and spiritual family and pastors mean there is like, if a pastor's like, no, you're not doing that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not doing it then.
Yeah.
It's never like you're trying to control me, you're trying to this, it's never ever that.
Yeah.
Because I think there's this heart over there that's like, why would you tell me to not? Like, I think there's something genuinely people that's like, what does the pastor have to gain by telling you to not do something?
Yeah.
Literally nothing.
Yeah.
And they see that, and they also think that there's just like a deep, like a love that runs deep in Cajun Town.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
those people love
and I
well.
think there's like such a family unit that it's like it's like a parent telling a baby not to touch the hot stove, like, you know what I mean? Like, so there's genuinely that, and then I think there's also just like love, grace, compassion, like all these things to fall back on if there is an issue, you know. So yeah, it's been really good.
I love that. I love this for you.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. So okay, I want to go back to this too. You said in this relationship too, you're like trying to be mindful and open, but you're trying to be mindful and open to us. And I think a lot of people probably think this is so bizarre that we're like pretty freaking close friends at this point of our life. But also there's like, we have to like wear different hats all the time.
Yeah.
How would you explain that to somebody? Because some people are like, wait, you can't be this and this.
Yeah.
I've had so many people tell me you can't be friends with people that you pastor.
Okay, so what are the four? Associates, friends,
Advisor.
assignments, and advisors. So I feel like
we're not associates because that means we are kind of at work.
True. So basically we're all four of them.
Yeah, we drive Bentleys.
Yeah.
We'll explain that too.
Yeah. One time I was like posting something about you and I was like, Bentley babies, and then I was like, no one else is gonna get that, but anyways, we get it anyways. But yeah, I feel like we have a very multifaceted relationship. Like, you're over me in ministry, not over in a weird way, but you know, like you're my pastor, and then we're friends, and then you work for me, and then yeah,
I love it. I feel like it just takes a lot of maturity. Yeah. Like on a real level, not like, oh, we're so mature. Yeah. But like it does. It does. Yeah. Like when I go into the salon and we're in a team meeone, like shut up and sit down, Randy. Whatever they tell you to do is what goes. But I feel like that's not hard for somebody who, one, I love the salon. Like I love where I work. I love doing that. I love being in that. Like I love the space that we're in. Yeah. Love the dynamic. So to me, like, I'll shut up and sit down because I want this place to thrive because I love being here. Yeah. So when you appreciate that, like I feel like it doesn't matter. True. So yeah, when we go in there, it's like, okay. And then if at any point I have to be told something, then I just take it. Yeah. And some people would be like, well, yeah, what do you know what I mean?
Well, and I think too, like, I get asked this a lot, and I think it's because I'm like I'm close to the pastor, but I'm not in any, like, not that I'm not in leadership, but you know what I mean? Like, I think people feel comfortable saying things to me that they would not say to you guys.
I'm so glad.
Which is hilarious. But I think I get this like a lot, like, why are you doing that for them? Or like, why are you like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of an example of something that I would do for you guys, like just because I want to.
Well, I will say this, like just a few weeks ago, we went to Florida. Yeah. And like, I told you like, hey, do you want to come? And you're like, yeah, I can only go for 3 days, but I'll go. Yeah. Came.
No, that's exactly.
Roughed Disney World with 3 kids. Yeah. And chased our kids around with us. And then also at the end of the night, I'm just going to say you're incredible for this. It was like, oh, I'm going to stay here. I'm tired for the day. You can put Addie to sleep and I'll just hang out and you guys can leave.
Yeah. No, I think people are like, why would you do that? Why would you go? Like, you don't like Disney World. You're not even like really that much of a kid. That's not true. Whatever. I'm not babysitting my other friends' kids. I'll tell you that. So people will say that, like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you like playing the nanny? Like, because I love you guys.
Yeah.
because I want to. You know what I mean? Like, but I think, I think genuinely, like, my heart is to serve, like, at this point in my life. And, like, seeing, I think, too, it was, like, literally a shift when we went to Louisiana, because I was, like, they're just such a house of honor. And, like, it was never, like, it's, like, I want to serve you guys because I love you so much, and I want to serve you because through that, I feel like I'm serving the Lord, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's, like, it was never, like, Haley, like, said to her pastors, like, where you go, I go, like, all these things. And I'm thinking, like, the first time I heard it, I'm like, wow, first of all, this is so different. But second of all, like, I feel like people are like, it would be like, well, don't you want to be a pastor? Or like, don't, like, almost this,
Don't
like,
you need to be the same?
like, don't you want to be the top dog? Or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, yeah.
but it's like, no, I don't.
No, I don't either.
So funny. But like, when your heart is in the right place, like, I don't care if I need to scrub the toilets at the church. Like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, genuinely. And I think too, it's like funny because I think you don't get to positions near people like by trying to be the top dog all the time.
Well, we just read this in Nehemiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're studying Nehemiah on it's like a Bible study, but everything we learn through Nehemiah is about leadership.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was a cupbearer. So it means like he tasted the juice and the food to make sure. And Colby the first week was like, what if he was allergic to something? That's funny.
So funny.
But yeah, he was the cupbearer and he had no intention of becoming the king.
Right.
But was just there to serve him. And I feel like that was every year that we were at Destiny, it was like, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
Like, I have no desire to be the king. I just want to be a cupbearer. But in being the cupbearer, in honoring everyone around him, that's how he found favor with the king.
Yeah.
And one of my pastors says the currency of elevation is honor. Mm-hmm. The money that you would spend to get higher, that money is literally just honor. Yeah. And you don't do it to elevate, but when honor is a way of your life, then it's elevation is bound to come.
Yeah. Like,
we've always honored everybody in every sphere we walk into. Like, and I'll just use Louisiana as an example, is like, our friends Joseph and Rochelle, like, even when Joseph came and Rochelle came, they weren't like senior leaders or whatever, anything. They'll tell I would love to have Rochelle on to like tell her story, because her story is incredible. But they were like nobody special, right? In that, like, in what we would define special. Yeah. But we like, I literally love them with every fiber of my freaking being. Loved them, whatever. And now that they're in a different season of life, they're in a different place of leadership, all that stuff like that. Like, half of the elevation in our life in the last few years, the refreshing, the refueling, the deepest needs we've had, Joseph and Rochelle have been there to like walk us to that. Yeah. Like, literally saved our lives at certain seasons and just like it refreshed us and empowered us. But where did that come from? Yeah. Came from like honor. But I do feel like a lot of people, they get confused by that. And people were confused too by Billy and I when like our pastors were like, actually, you're going to go from leading a 600-person youth ministry to like taking over creative. And we were like, what? Yeah. But okay, sure. If that's what you want us to do, then we'll do that. Yeah. You know, even now when I go home, a lot of people get confused on like, you're here, you're on vacation. What would you be? Why are you running around for them? Or why are you serving for this event? Like, you're done. The season of your life is over. Like, whatever. Yeah. It's like, I never want to be done honoring them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think too, it's just like getting to, like, it's just like, I don't really care what anyone says. Yeah. Like, or it's just like, I don't know. It doesn't, I think I get that question a lot. Like, well, what are you doing? Like, like somebody said like, oh, so like you're like the nanny, like on the Florida trip. I'm like, sure. Like, I don't care. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at Florida with my, like, one of my best friends in the whole wide world. Like, I get to be around her kids. Like, I don't care. Yeah. No, I love that. I freaking walk your dog. I don't care. Like, yeah, I just feel like I'm like, whatever. Don't care. Yeah. And I feel like too, it's just like people don't know what to do because we're always in a race to get somewhere. We're always in a race to like well, if I serve you, that means that I'm not doing what I want to do and I'm not getting what I want to get. And it's like, well, what if I want to get is good relationships? What if I want to build is lifelong family?
Yeah.
What if that's what I want?
Yeah.
And like even there, this last time that we went to Louisiana is the first time that I went out there like for itinerant ministry, where it was like, I'm there, I'm a guest worship leader, whatever. The amount of times we've gone out there and just whatever you need from us. Like I'm not even here because you asked me to lead worship or asked me to do something. I'm literally here because I want to serve you guys whatever way I can.
Yeah.
Literally, even like in the times where we were there for something, or I was there with Rochelle, and I think we got, I don't know what she was doing, maybe hosting like the pastor's wives, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember just sitting down with her and we were at coffee or something, and she's explaining to me, and I'm like, okay, how can I serve you? And she's like my friend.
Yeah.
She's not like in charge of me or,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
Yeah.
We are like friends, strictly friends. And I'm like, okay, how can I serve you though? Like,
Yeah,
what do
but
you need?
even like there, like you, when you're talking to people, you call them like Pastor Joe or
Pastor Joseph, Mr. Shaw.
yeah. I get the J's confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and I feel like too, like I took that back. I try to like at church, like Pastor Billy, Pastor Randy, like I try because I'm like, Randall, Queen Randall, how can I serve you today? But you know, like, so I like just little things like that, but it's just like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. So it's like every time we go into spaces that I'm walking into doors that I could not have opened myself, even if I tried.
Yeah.
That every time I walk in, I literally just want to be like, how can I serve you? How can I serve you? Because
well, and that's the hard down there too. Like literally me just being there. I don't even know. Like, I feel like that was like just like God, because like
it was.
I literally didn't have anything to do besides sit there and watch you sing. Like, you know what I mean? So like but every single time we went to a new location, someone's like, can I get you anything? Do you need a snack? Do you need water? Do you know where the bathroom is? Like,
oh, I love them.
And I'm like, I'm chilling.
But
like,
I think it's so important, like what you said at the end of it. It's like at the end of all of this, however you want to position yourself, evaluate it. It is really like every time I serve them, every time I serve anybody, I'm really just in turn serving God. I'm serving his people. And like the Bible says, whoever takes care of the foot of the prophet receives a double portion. And it's like, yeah, I want to take care of the foot of the prophet because I'm actually caring for his hand selected people.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like that's what it is. But
so good.
Yeah, it is. I love that. Okay, we were going to say something else. There was something else you were going to, what was it? And I just had it in my brain.
My new position.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. No, just like kind of updates on what we're doing in ministry as a whole.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, I feel like, not that I don't have like a title, like I ran hospitality or whatever for the conference, but like, I don't have a title in our position, like
on a regular basis, a position you have to accept or decline for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think that confuses people too.
Yeah.
Because like you don't have a title, but you're with them all the time. You're like whatever.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so now what is the official title?
You're a PA, pastor's assistant.
Period.
That's what they call them.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, so
I'm
gonna start just assisting my pastors. Love it.
Yeah, it is I think for a long time we're like, no, we don't need that.
You need it.
But now Addie's a little bit older, and in this season too, like in the summer, I've been singing, I've been leading worship, I've been playing the acoustic guitar down, and my main role at the top of the year was supposed to be in Next Gen. So I was supposed to like really be a part of like getting my hands into kids church and into youth ministry.
Yeah.
And I've still been doing that while also leading worship and playing every Sunday.
And preaching sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm preaching in like 3 or 4 weeks from now too.
And running 2 inner healing groups, and being a mother, and being a wife, and doing podcasts, and working.
Yep. So I think we've come to head with just like, okay, we are being called up to grow in our capacity. So that means we're just gonna need extra hands.
Yeah.
And so sometimes that's literally just like, okay, let's come up with a structure for Addie on Sundays, because I do feel like there's a lot of and if you do ministry in any capacity, not even if you're the pastor, but you know that there are so many people on a Sunday that like rightfully should get a one-on-one conversation, like should be checked in with. Like sometimes that's the only day of the week that you see them.
Yeah.
So I have a heart to want to know what's going on in their life. Like I genuinely do want to check in and be like, okay, how was that job interview you told me about? How was that? And so that means that our full focus can't go to Addie on Sundays, which is fine. Just like any person who has a job on Monday morning at 2 p.m, you don't really have the privilege to just focus on your kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Al's gonna kind of jump in and help with a lot of that, which will be like in the mornings, meet us at the church or come to our house and get Addie and take her, go to first service. And what I've been doing is the last 2 weeks I haven't been in the sermon. Like I haven't heard the message for the last 2 or 3 weeks because I've been leading worship, getting Addie, going downstairs to kids church for all of first service because we're kind of growing her to get comfortable down there. She hasn't quite yet, but she's getting more comfortable, I think.
Yeah.
And then second service, the worship, and then I go down for youth and do a devo with them, and then all of the team takes over and they do activities and games and stuff. So now Al will go down with Addie for first service, and I feel like she had to get as comfortable as she has with you in order to be willing to go down there with you.
Yeah.
But I even asked her the other day, I was like, okay, she's like, Mommy, on Sunday I want to go to kids church, but will you stay with me? And I was like, yeah, if Al takes you down, will you stay with her?
Yeah.
She's like, will Al stay with me to the end? When I go upstairs, Al go upstairs,
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. And she was like, okay. And she was excited. So you'll go down with her for kids first service, and then you'll sit in second, and then I'll go, you know what I mean? So it's that kind of thing. And then I think as we continue to work out the flow of stuff, when people ask to meet with Billy during the week, Allison will have kind of a layout of a few spots that she can fill with people that ask, and all that, which is so helpful because you don't always have the time to be like, okay, what's your day? What's my day? What is this? What is that? When you have, 20 or 30 minutes between services and new people coming in and other people going out and all that. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I was always so resistant though. I don't need an assistant. That's so I felt like it was almost a little, what it was for me was arrogant. Okay. That's dumb. I was just being bizarro. So
that's so funny to me because I feel like it would almost be the opposite. Yeah, I need an assistant.
No, well, I've always tried to resist that, but I feel too, in some ways, it's well, okay, that's just you resisting help. That's fine if you don't want help. Do you really not want to help?
Yeah,
her?
yeah.
It's weird about it, and I feel like I got weird about it too. I'm not even gonna lie. Lord, forgive me, but it gives room for the pastors to pastor.
Yeah.
Instead of having to worry about okay, well, if this schedule and I need to get this list together and I need to put this purchase this order and put this together and all these things, that it's I actually get to sit down with people and not be concerned on whether you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's the middleman is there's somebody in the middle that it's hey, Randy can meet with you on Tuesday at 2:00. Does that work? Yes or no? No, it doesn't work. Okay. What about Thursday at 4:00? Okay. Yes. Okay. I'll put you in. Mm-hmm. And then it's you open your calendar. Okay. That's when I can meet with them. Yeah. Because how often do we waste time going back and forth like that? Especially our line of work too. There's already enough of that. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's then you get to go there, be fully present, not worried about scheduling the next person because it's already taken care of. And then you can sit with people and do what you're, what you feel called to. So
bring her in
closer.
You can drag it back too if you need to.
Okay. Is that good?
Tilt it down. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. No, I think that it is good. So it's fun and I think too, you definitely, I didn't want anybody either that would that value comes from that role. I didn't want somebody to assist us and they feel more valuable because they're doing that for us.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to feel value because they're close to us.
Yeah.
I don't want that for any relationship ever, that because of proximity now you're more significant.
Yeah.
That makes me so sad that would be the thing that your value's based on.
Right.
So I feel you kind of have to wait too for somebody that is not looking for validation by being close to any position. And so as we've gotten naturally closer, I feel it's become more no, this doesn't make you feel you're more important because you're doing this, or that you feel more important than other people because of this role. And I've seen it because I've seen assistive, at our home church, there's a whole PA team. There's a lead that's the primary one. She was staffed. That was her full-time job was to assist our pastors. But then she built a team out that on Sundays, as she was her assistants, basically, they helped only with Sunday stuff. This is, and some people might hate this idea, but that's fine. If you honor a different way in your church, that's that's okay. But like they would pull the car up for the pastor because they would be there down to the last minute sitting. My pastors would be sitting with people, praying with them, weeping with them, all that stuff like that. That after speaking 4 services and bearing your congregation, your sheep's weight, then it's like they walk out and it's like, okay, jump in the car and leave. Because if they try to walk all the way through that huge parking lot to the back, it's like another hour before they leave. So they'd pull the car up. They would make sure that they have like breakfast or that their kids were in the car waiting for them or like whatever, all these things like that. That the assistants on Sundays that were scheduled did that stuff. But she was more like, here's your schedule for the upcoming week. Here's what your next travel is. I'm booking your hotel. I'm booking your flights. I'm booking, this, that, your bags are checked. Your this is paid for. All that stuff like that would already be
right.
She would focus on that. And then she had a whole team. And so, but she also knew like this doesn't add or take away from my significance in any way or any way she performed.
Yeah. I think I'm excited because I feel like it's an honor that you guys like trust me to do anything like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
like even with Addie, I know she does not be around a lot of people.
She did not be around. She had to actually approve you.
Yeah.
She's HR.
No, really though. Like, and two, I think like, yeah. I don't know. I'm excited.
She's HR, dude.
Yeah. She's the boss. Big boss here.
She's the one who decides who's hired.
So funny. And Addie did not care about me for a long time. So
she definitely is.
I feel like it's gotta be scary when you're little. Everyone thinks they know you because everyone knows your parents. And then they're like, hi, Addie. Like, how are you? Like, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, I'm scared.
She's always like, I'm like, say hi, Addie. She goes,
yeah. It's got to be overwhelming.
Yeah, my girl. She's doing so good.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, so I think that's so, I love it. I love that. I told your new boo this. I was like, she's very important to us, like so valuable to us. And not like, this was before we even talked about this.
Yeah.
But like, it's so true because I feel like I get like a nudging in my spirit when I can tell like someone's going to be in my life for like life. And I literally remember feeling that in the beginning with you. Like even as like when you were still wilding out, I was like, oh, this girl's going to be mine. Like we're going to roll this thing out for life. Like I could just feel it. And so as our relationship has progressed in like multiple ways, I just feel like, I just feel so fulfilled because I know like God is like, he's fulfilling the thing that he like told me in the beginning. Yeah. And I just feel like that's so exciting to see.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I love you so much.
So cool. I was probably drunk at the time, so I didn't know anything. Sorry.
No. I feel like it's been so cool.
No, yeah. I feel like, yeah. I think like when I think about you, I'm like, this is the bestest friend I ever had. Like I just feel like, yeah, I'm thankful for you.
Me too. Not us crying. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I think we're at the very beginning of what God's
tip of the iceberg. Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna look back at the season and be like, do you remember we used to sit down in that crusty, musty basement and film podcasts?
I love it though.
Oh, it's so fun. Okay, what else, sister? What else has been updates in your life?
I don't know. I think that's been everything. My family's been like, I feel like there's been a shift in my family.
Oh, this is what I was going to say. Yeah, remember when I told you, and Haley told me this too.
Okay.
Remember when I told you, like, everybody in that group, I'm like, you guys are all preceding your family. Like, you're going before them.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a coming.
Yeah, you. I think I told you, like, my mom said that thing to me at conference.
Yeah. Who is so powerful. Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, so she was like, you're the Jehoshaphat for our family. And that was like really cool because, I think me and my mom struggle sometimes with that. Yeah. Like, I think she wants to do it.
Yeah.
So when she sees me doing it before her, sometimes it's like a whatever.
Wait, I should be doing this first.
Yeah. But now my mom is like doing the inner healing. She's like, I feel like my dad's like in a healthier place. It's funny because like 3 weeks ago, I think it was, like I like was on a walk and I felt like the Holy Spirit was like, you need to like start like declaring stuff over your family. So I was like, okay. Yes. Like I was like, my family will be like they will be saved. Like our kids they'll love Jesus. Like my family will be restored, whatever that looks like. Like my family will be healed. Like my dad will be free from addiction. Like just started saying all these things. And my dad calls. I was like, what the heck? So I take the phone call, have a great conversation. Yeah. Like really great. And he tells me he's going to start therapy, all this stuff, whatever. So I'm like, this is like so cool. Okay, period. God be guiding. Okay. Then I was on the phone with my man. And then he was like, have you talked to your dad? And I was like, no, like I haven't talked to him. I felt like throughout the weeks, like I was like, is my dad being weird again? Like what's going on? He's like, have you talked to your dad? I said, no. He's like, maybe you should call him. I was like, okay, thanks. Bye. I'm on another walk. My dad was going to help me put in my air conditioner because it was so hot. Yeah, and I wound up putting it in myself. So I was like, I'm going to call my dad, tell him I put it in myself so he doesn't have to worry about coming over, whatever. And then we get into this whole long conversation. Again, like I was like, you're going to still be able to break generational curses for your grandkids. Like you can still do it. It's not too late. Like you deserve to be free. Like all these things. Like, and I've never been able to talk with my dad like this. Like
really?
Never. Wow. And even like he was kind of laughing at me, like, because I tried to be like a little bit funny because I feel like he needed the lightness of it because he's like, it's like a lot, I think, for him. But I thought it was funny because God was like, oh, you think you're calling him about an air conditioner?
That's
like, wait till the phone. Like, yeah. So I was like, okay, period. So then I was like, Dad, I want to wake up every day and hell is so pissed. And I was like, and he was like, just like laughing at me. But I was like, no, I'm being serious. Like, you can still do it. There's still time for you. Like, you're incredible. Like, you're great. You're going to be great. You've done better than what you've known. And you're going to even continue to do better. And like your grandkids, my kids are going to see you as like this mighty man again. Yeah. Like, that's going to be you.
They're going to be proud.
Yeah. And I was like, and I'm proud of you because like, he's going to, the addictions group. He's going to like therapy. Like my dad would have like literally been like, kick rocks, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just really proud of him. And so it's been so good.
I love that.
And like my sisters, I feel like, well, Brooklyn just asked like, oh, when's church again? Like,
I love
girl,
that.
It's every Sunday.
9 and 11.
Yeah. So it's just been good. I feel very thankful. It's dysfunctional at times still, but like, I feel like God is just like, and I told my dad too, and I was like, not that I think I did anything. I think like so many people have had like a hand in everything I've known, but I think my mom did give me that foundation.
For sure.
And so like I had the foundation, which is different than anything he had. And then like you and Billy and like just all these things, like people have like shaped me into who I was, pulled me out of places I shouldn't have been. And so I was like, Dad, like if you think that something is too far gone, like let me be like a testimony. Like it's not like like if I came from you and you're so proud of me, like you had a hand in that, like, and just like trying to remind him of that because I think people think like, and even sometimes I get like that, like I did it by myself. I had to do this, whatever. But it's like,
there's
really.
So much of your foundation that was from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's so
I think
good.
that's amazing. Oh, I love that. And it is true. Whoever decides to go first, people will come after you.
Yeah.
Like, and as far as like facing everything in your life and moving forward in seasons, it's like if you go first, your family is bound to follow in one way or another.
Yeah.
And they'll get as far as they want to get. Yeah. But watching your family heal, like my mom is signing up for inner healing. Both of my sisters want to go through it now. Yeah. So like my heart is that people would, we would get some people trained so that we can start taking people through here. Yeah. So I'm excited. So good. I love that. I love it too. I know we just chopped it up randomly this episode, kind of like different stories, but we're excited in the next few episodes. We'll hit different topics, questions, but we're also going to have maybe 1 or 2 special guests. Shh, it's a secret. Thanks for watching. We're so pumped. If you want, you can follow us on our socials. They're all linked in the description below. But if not, have an incredible day. We love you. Bye. Oh, we were in unison.
Okay, wait. I was going to call you earlier.